Alright, well, greetings and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Summerween Special 2025 Season 1 Episode 1 Lanterns Aloft. Now, in this episode, I'm going to say, although I'm not particularly into Gravity Falls, at least not the time of this flight, I've always admired the idea of Summerween, a warm weather celebration, on our end, of course, of mystery, memory, and playful fright. This episode is my way of reclaiming the spirit of Halloween before it gets buried under the things I dread most about the traditional season. Biting cold, spiking allergies, and the relentless juniper pollen that blankets Cibola National Forest like a curse. So instead of waiting for October, we take to the skies in late August aboard Airship Hirohito, Juliet Alpha 8 One Tree Tree, lifting off from Meadow Lake Airship Depot in Los Lunas, which I call, of course, the Meadow Lake Airship Depot, like I said before, and going to Coronado Airport. Join us on the ceremonial rehearsal flight. Our crew of English Labrador Retrievers, ducks, and geese, each one a companion in comfort, memory, and joy. The labs curl beside the lantern crates, offering quiet reassurance. The ducks peer out the portholes, curious and content, and the geese stand like sentinels at the bow, guardians of the stories we carry. The flight, or so I hope, is a gentle, golden, and symbolic ritual of release and remembrance, where lanterns rise and stories float freely. It is also a rehearsal flight for futures in Balloon Fiesta and primary Halloween, should the skies call us again. At the Coronado Airport, whenever Aviation Expo in full swing in this video, we take part in one more thing tradition. We host a trunk or treat celebration on the tarmac, ramp, etc., whatever you want to call it. Costume kids, legacy aircraft, and candy-filled cargo bays come together in warm, pollen-free embrace of community and imagination. The animals join in too. Ducks and geese waddling between decorated trunks, geese honking in rhythm with the music, and labs gently guiding children towards lantern stations. No sniffles, coughing, frostbite, etc., just flight, fun, and a little bit of spooky sweetness. This episode is not just a seasonal detour. It's a declaration that joy, nostalgia, and healing don't need to wait for the calendar to give permission. We fly now because we can, and sometimes the most meaningful journeys are the ones we take with paws, feathers, and lanterns beside us. As of right now, greetings crew and champions. Welcome aboard Airship Hirohito for our Summerween rehearsal flight. Actually, it's rehearsal for primary Halloween. Today's mission is not just to drift through the skies. It's a lantern-lit journey of memory, warmth, and playful fright. You'll notice our special guests settling in. English Labradors, ducks, and geese curl beside the lantern crates, ducks waddling along the gangway, and geese perched like sentinels on the observation deck. They're not just passengers, they are guardians of the stories we carry. Would you like to help the labs check the lanterns? They're very gentle, and if you listen carefully, the ducks are already quacking in approval. Winds are calm, lanterns are secured, geese facing north, looks like we're ready to lead. But before we do so, first things first, safety is always number one. And of course, while I'm at it, listen up. Tune for those standing where my cursor is. Let me give you a briefing on what's going to happen. When we get to New Mexico Rural Road 16, whether the airship is tilting or not, deflate gas cell number 12. I say again, deflate gas cell number 12. Go animate logic, plotagon logic, gas cell number 12, deflate it. So we can get into Albuquerque, okay? Which also raises the statement. Let me check the weather. This is how I do it. Okay, the wind patterns are satisfactory. Let's go. But first, lest you forget a check. Okay, can you all carry out the checks from there? I'm not going to spend all day doing this. Okay, so, as usual, start with checks. I'm going to start something much different than my usual episodes. Now, I've chosen the Hirohito on purpose a lot because, you know, that's actually part of my autism sameness, is that I like to fly the Airship Hirohito. And of course, even though I want a special assurance private pilot license, you know, I'm going to have to do some sameness for a while, like fly a certain flight path, etc. And I definitely want it to be in a non-restricted airspace. At least not at a... I do not want to be flying at a really high level restricted airspace just yet. I mean, most of my gameplays are approving videos stating that yes, I want a special issuance private pilot license. Just thought to show excellence for the matter. And one of the reasons why I fly Hirohito so much is because people give too much attention to Germany and the Hindenburg, as well as Graf Zeppelin's numbers 1 and 2. The Hirohito definitely deserves some attention. Good attention, that is. I'll come back for all else, okay? I promise. Yeah, I'll come back for all else. Right here. I'll be back for all else. I promise you. Y'all help each other out. I'll be back for all else. Really? Don't I always promise you? Don't I always keep my promises? Try to, anyway. Ooh, New Mexico flag weather vanes. Almost. Now I'm not gonna go near them. Looks like the geese love to nibble that. Hey, no, don't chase me. I'm just pretending there's geese. Don't do that. I told the geese. I'm pretending they're hissing at me. Don't do that. You want food? Go see them. Tend to load them up. Okay, there's a little fish thing. You see, it's been a while since I've last flown airships, however. Least I can do in this video is actually attempt it. Hopefully I can go public today, okay? Even though it's been well over 90 days since I last flown. Actually, it's been like 6 months since the last time I've flown. However, there's a big however comes into play, is that we'll make the best. The least I can do is actually attempt. Okay. Okay, I chose to change up the checking routine on purpose here because, you know, it all looks same. Alright, listen up. When we get to Coronado Airport again, you might get an outside view of the landing, you might not. Because at this point, I got a gist on how to fly Zeppelin airships. I'll say again, I got a gist on how to fly Zeppelin airships like this one here. I really did get a gist at this point. Okay, I'm coming back. And as usual, why go to the starboard side a lot? It's because people just give too much attention to the port side as well. Okay. I'm gonna go up. Thanks, folks. Very thoughtful of you. Look it from here. For you to look for me. I'll just do a follow-up check, or at least one of them. One of them follow-up checks. Make sure everything's okay. And if they're not, which I know they won't be, I'll like to come on board as a player. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Go animate and plotagon logic. I just like to say go animate logic because that's more appealing, even though plotagon is beautiful. Let's go through the go animate logic. Okay. Yes, that's who we are. As for other airplanes and other airships to see, this is who we are. Alright. Sure, it takes a lot of checks. You know, these things usually check out okay. And if they're not checking out okay, I usually don't publish the videos. Pardon the radio chatter. That's from FS Realistic. And at this point, I'm going to go check the engine cars. Make sure everything's okay in either one of them. Like this one here. Alright. Alright, I just got myself into an area I just can't get out. Okay. Simulator, we can let it go. Alright, simulator, we can let some of this go, okay. Okay, we're in here. Okay, we're in here. Alright. Okay, you got your telegram and everything, okay? Alright, I'm gonna get out now. Alright, I'm gonna get out now. Okay. Oh wow, we aren't supposed to go into that anyway. Okay, let me check the writing room. Let me check the passenger lounge, actually. Actually, in the Hindenburg class airships, I like the passenger lounge better. Because, you know, people just give the dining room too much attention, which you'll see momentarily. Okay, the lounge seems secure. Yeah, really, the lounge seems secure. And now, writing room. That's where we plan our episodes. Now let's go right this way. Here's our ship. My Labrador 5-4 in the case of the gaming productions. I'm almost done. I'm just going to take care of the port side, and the only real thing I need to check on the port side is the dining room. And we're golden. The rest of you do the rest. Alright. The dining room. Our dining room secure. I'll just reconfirm that. Alright, I'll say dining room secure. I'm gonna go animate logic and plotagon logic truck. Alright. And since this is something like this, let's get this thing started.
Getting started, please. Getting started, please.
Now, of course, let me set up the navigation room. Wow. Everything seems to be fine. Even though it's been 6 months since I last flown this airship. Well, you see, winter knows how to suck the life out of anything. You do. You heard me correctly. Winter tends to suck the life out of everything that anyone in here does. Like, you know, I stopped flying the airship for a while because, you know, the winter just got too cold. And it usually does, you know, around, like, January through March time frame. I just absolutely hate that about winter. And of course, in this gameplay, So in this gameplay, not much has changed because this is actually a very perfect route for flying airships. This route is from all this general area here. All this general area, that's what we fly. Alright. Need I say more? It's okay. It's okay to say so if I need to say more or not. Actually, it's okay if I need to say more. I'll work with you on the matter. Because I want to be a good entertainer. Especially for something that's been a childhood dream that's dead now. Well, the geese are still nibbling on that. Get them aboard. Alright. So, to get up here, you know how to get up? I know it's been a while, so let me show you. Okay, then. Alright, and down. Do a little waterbed trolling here. Because I grew up with waterbeds and that's how basically everything worked. Or not, actually. Or no, that's just a glitch. We do some water bed trolling. Do some water bed trolling. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Because that's what we did on our water beds. If you want to see the waterbed trolling, see a chapter, because we got some folks to fly. I don't know. These gas bags should not be all the way full. I don't agree with them. Gas bag 12 will be that way. So now, let's do this.
Start maintenance operations, please.
Yeah. Now, let's go towards. I'll say we have everyone on board. Okay. Well, at least you can do is actually try, okay? Let me get him ready for take. Let me just ready this thing for takeoff all the way. I know I'm doing this a lot. Well, there's a freebie for you. If you believe in perseverance and all that. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me top this whole thing off. Maybe gas all 12 wasn't enough. Alright, when you get to Rural Road 16, that's when you deflate everything. You only need this much getting out. You really do only need this to get out. No, this is not a tutorial because I'm not good at it. For the time being, okay? Okay, green. Okay, green thumb. See that? Green thumb? Alright, listen, when we get to Rural Road 16, alright, listen up, we're gonna get ready to go now. Use your go animate logic and Plotagon logic to get everybody else and everything else on board now. When we get to Rural Road 16, regardless there of the trim, deflate gas cell 12. I'll say it again, right over here. Red light, indicate that it's full. Deflate this. All the way down to here. Here refers to 9 or 0, 90, whatever you want to call it. Once again, let me see where the gas cell, like gas cell number 12, Rural Road 16. Gas cell number 12, Rural Road 16, deflate it down to 90%, whatever it is. So right now, let's get ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna raise the Gosport tube for authenticity. Let's ask for a general report.
Please give me a general report.
Nothing to report. Everything works normally.
Everything is in order.
Okay, everything's checking out. Oh, hold on.
Everything is in order. No problem, sir.
Alright, and as we take off from Meadow Lake, the lanterns should begin to glow. Soft amber light against the morning haze, or in this case, afternoon haze. The labs nuzzle closer, sensing the shift. The ducks flap gently, as if encouraging the ascent, and the geese, ever so ceremonial, stretch their wings in quiet salutation. This is not just takeoff, it is a release. From frostbite, from pollen, from the weight of waning. Lantern should be aloft. Stories unbound. And look, the labs are watching the horizon like they've seen it before. So right now, at this point, I'm gonna go give the order.
Prepare for takeoff.
Roger, go to takeoff station.
Ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff.
All engines full speed ahead. Stand by, let me fix my throttle. Alright, all engines full speed ahead. Hold on. You know, I'm gonna try to fly the airship over Hoffmantown Church. Please pardon the glitch here. This is just how airships behave. Showa, I know you have urges to go, okay? I know you want to go. Hold on. Before you judge, think before you judge. Put yourself in my shoes from when I was younger. How do I feel about these things being gone, and think of me wanting to try regardless thereof how things go. Even when things suck, we push on. Foremost matters, i.e. this flight. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and let's do this.
Release mooring.
Copy.
Landing gear comes up.
Haul up the moorings.
Roger.
All crew on crew station.
All crew to crew station.
Okay. At this point, let me lighten the ship. Okay. Over Meadow Lake, hard to port just a little bit. Although this may be fun to do, you gotta be really careful with this. Okay, as we get to Meadow Lake as usual, look around the ship. And of course, when we get to Meadow Lake, right now, let's make sure that I'm in Meadow Lake first, before all else, okay? Cannot have this thing tilt too dangerous in any direction. Okay, here we are now. Okay, we're over Meadow Lake. And since we're over Meadow Lake, of course, since I'm aboard Airship Hirohito and we're gonna fly over Hoffmantown Church, let me go ahead and give you the only freebie I have at Labrador 5-4 Gaming Productions, which is the gospel of that of Jesus Christ. It is found in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 through 4. You heard that correctly. The gospel is found in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 1 through 4. I recommend a King James Bible, just a regular standard King James Bible. That Jesus Christ shed his blood for all of your sins, past, present, and future, was buried, and resurrected on day 3 according to the scriptures. We're saved by grace through faith in Christ alone, not of ourselves, not of works, lest any man should boast. The Holy Spirit will lead you, guide you, all that, if you let him. The thing of it is, you have to let him. Like Watchwoman 65 and Renee Roland Grace in Your Face say. And of course, if you're saved, please, play a game, watch a movie, not just a video game like this, but play some basketball for fun, play some recreational frickin' sports, just some recreational sports, okay? As well as, of course, some recreational sports. Get a dog, get a cat, etc. Assuming you're able to take care of it, and make yourself able to take care of it. And don't listen to these people who say you gotta do nothing for you to be saved or for the day of the Lord to come. Oh, please. Like what I'm doing here? Have some fun. Like today, since of course we're doing Summerween for Hoffmantown Church on/from my end just for fun, even though Hoffmantown doesn't really plan for Summerween. We're doing it ourselves. And although I'm not really particularly a fan of Gravity Falls, where Summerween came from, I got the idea. And although according to that episode of Gravity Falls where Summerween is, or is the show Gravity Falls, and of course in this episode of Summerween, I'll say Summerween is on August 21st, 2025. And we're not waiting till October 21st, as well as October 31st, when Halloween really is, because, you know, there's things I just absolutely hate about the autumn. And they are allergies, cold, both the illness and temperature, as well as, you know, other illnesses that are in the air at that time. In some cases, we get snow and ice. Those are things I just absolutely hate about that time of year. And so now that we're in cruising phase, we're now cruising at a gentle desired altitude, drifting towards Coronado Airport. And of course, above ground level, according to this, we're at 5,653 feet. Cruising gently, as though it seems, towards Coronado Airport. Below us, everything breathes freely. No juniper curses today, at least not a whole lot from what I could see. The ducks have gathered near the starboard windows and port windows, as well as the geese and the dogs, watching the wetlands shimmer. The labs are resting but alert, and the geese, some of which have taken formation, guiding us like ancestral spirits in feathered flight. Did you know geese remember migration paths for generations? Just like we remember stories, that's why we're here. Every lantern carries a name. Every feather carries a memory. Okay, and on that note, let me give you a little musical break. And we're flying over military property, technically, so I'm gonna go ahead and deflate the gas cell. So no one could see that we're over military property. At least not for very long anyway. Wow, we're not descending. Okay. Hard to starboard. So only real way you can learn is if you do this. Okay, transmit your landing intentions to Albuquerque's tower, and let him give it to Coronado Airport. Okay, at this point, we're going to begin the process there of the landing. So, Coronado Airport is only 14 miles away at this point, nautical. So prepare early for descent. The lanterns will be released in sequence. Each one a whisper of warmth. The labs are already stirring, sensing the landing ritual. Geese, ducks, and all, everyone else lining up near the hatch. And the geese, they're honking in rhythm as if calling the runway home. Let's land gently and gratefully. Allow the lanterns to speak. And today, let's see if we can get something in good ways different, of course, so. Alright, so. Oops, something just came in my head just now. I totally did not transmit, I did not transmit any of that, so. We'll be alright, it's a simulator and it's desolate. I'm pretending everybody knew. Give it to Cornado. I might try again tomorrow. This episode. All goes well today. While I'm at it, I'm gonna say this again. Looks like I'm true to my word. Yeah, I'm gonna be flying the Hirohito a lot. Until we can have some respect to it. You wanna know why I say this? People just give too much attention to the Hindenburg. Far too much. Often excessively so. As if Airship Hirohito never really existed out here. I mean, it's a fictional variant. Just make it known. Good to do. We're not far. Coronado Airport right now. Yeah, I'm going a different route today. While I'm at it, I want to apologize for Los Lunas that I did not, of course, ask for takeoff there because it was so desolate, and of course, Unless, you know, you're not really talking to anyone via the radio anyway. With this airship. Or are you? Wait a minute, hold up. I know how to get to Hoffmantown Church from here. There's Eubank. It's a nuclear museum. See if we can follow Eubank Boulevard northeast. Notable places we'll encounter: Academy Hills Park. Uh-oh, the military facility. Stay inside. Do not go outside. Not go outside. If any personnel from this base, you know, sees me, especially in real life, I apologize for flying the ship overhead. I'll see what I can do for an episode 2, okay? Promise. But it'll take time, though. Just purely out of heart when I make this episode. Very, very purely out of heart. Let's see if we can get to Coronado Airport via, you know, Hoffmantown Church. Here's an adventure for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now clear of Kirtland Air Force Base. As you might have seen flying over. We now have to make our way to Hoffmantown Church somehow, just to try something out. And yes, I'm honoring God by flying this airship. And of course, I gave what I could as far as gospel spreading goes. And I gave what I could. At least I put an actual attempt better than nothing. Ooh, Los Altos Golf Course. Oh, Best Buy. At home. Multiple places. Look out. What are you doing? You know, I'm trying to get to Hoffmantown from here. But how, though? An alternative landing spot for me would be the hang glider park. Y'all better hold on, or I believe that this airship's gonna tilt. You better hold on. Or in some cases, be prepared to be soaked, because I have ballasts on board. I'm prepared to be soaked, for that matter. Prepare for all of that. eBay's telling me something, I'll check it later. Okay. Huh? There it is. We're in the general area of Hoffmantown Church now. This plot of land looks so familiar. We shall.
Warning. Tilting dangerousness.
Not this time.
Warning. Tilting dangerousness.
No one's gonna tell you that.
Warning. Tilting dangerousness.
Okay. Okay, we're passing over Hoffmantown Church. Hopefully they can see the ship. Flying overhead. Okay, we did it. We passed over Hoffmantown Church. Okay, at this point, all engines forward reverse now. That's always the case. Cornado in sight. Prepare for descent.
Prepare for landing.
Roger. Roger to landing station.
Ready to land.
Ready to land.
Okay, the descent process will begin. Since this is a really slow process. Let me get over these houses here, and we will start. Okay, let me cross this road here, and we'll start. Even if I have to take the drone to the Expo. Actually, the descent process starts right now. I've done that earlier.
Drop the moorings.
Roger. Copy.
Even if we're down in the ditch. All engines idle. Hold on. I think today we'll be in the airship.
Grab the ropes.
Hold on. Four, three, two. We're okay. The Budweiser blimp landed here a long time ago. in this very spot. Well, not bad after 6 months. The only thing I missed really was initiating radio communications back at Los Lunas. Okay, Alden, stop. Leave the Gosport tube up. Still not over it? Okay, let me do a quick inspection. Let me see what we can do. Let me just focus on the passenger gangway and passenger gangway only right now. And the rest of you, check the ship. It looks safe, at least in the simulator anyway. If this was real life, then we're doomed. Order a bus. I say again, order a bus to come get us. Because there's pricklies right here. Because with or without New Mexico, I'd still order a bus or something to take us to the Expo. Because, wanna know why? If this was back east, this would be poison ivy or something. There's a lot of poisonous plants here. At this point, I'm going to go and disembark the airship. You made it. Even though. A lot of things. Still not over it. Okay, I ordered this thing to stop, so. I ordered this thing to stop. No.
Full stop, please. Full stop, please.
I think you can do better than that.
Yeah, for sure. This thing's really acting up. Okay, leave the Gosport tube and everything up. Right.
Getting started, please.
Getting started, please. Chief Stewart. Do it.
Proceed with onboarding, please.
Roger. Starting onboarding. Let me access the Expo while we're at it. But before you say anything mean or weird, I just want to let you know that I have a desire to entertain. We all have to come forward with our own things. Is that right? Well, soon and very soon, happy Summerween. Even though I'm primarily a lab lover, like Mocha here, chocolate one, my most favorite in the pack is actually Denali. This one here. This darker beagle here. While Denali is still fascinated with the Hirohito, as you can see. Denali is very respectful, asking, wondering if we're coming or not. I'm like, can I call him Denny? Yes, Denny, we're coming. Just hold on. It'll just be a while longer. Just be a while longer, okay? Okay, the ballast bags are on. Let me get everybody off. For us. Get out, now. Get out, now. For all of us. Get out, now. Okay, I'll just take you to the Expo. Let me go check the stairwell. I know. Alright. Let's go. 2, 1, now. One more thing has begun this whole time. Since we're here, just hang by the doggies. Doggos, or whatever you want to call them. This is just rehearsal number 1 for post-Halloween. In other words, real Halloween. Let me get to where the dogs can see the airship. Let me get in the position where the doggies can see the airship. And I trust them. At this point. Or not actually. Since we're here, of course, welcome to the Whatever Whenever Aviation Expo and to our Summerween Trunk or Treat celebration. Today the runway becomes a playground. Legacy aircraft open their candy-filled cargo bays, like the Hirohito we brought today. Everyone in costume roams freely. Yes, our annual crew is here too. Labs guiding the lantern stations, ducks waddling between decorated trunks, and geese honking in harmony with the music. Every treat is a story. Every lantern is a wish. And every feather friend here reminds us, joy doesn't wait for October. Laughing. The duck stole my gummy bat. This isn't just a detour, it's a declaration that healing, imagination, and flight belong to every season. Thank you for flying us today, and for letting lanterns pause and feathers guide the way. Now before we go, I apologize for not putting everything else out here, because I didn't think I was going to make it through today. That's okay, there's always an episode 2. Tell you what, for Summerween Season 1, I'll see what I can do about this, okay? Otherwise, that's our show. If you like, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all around.